Most people are not going to walk into the bank. Most people are not going to sit down and fill out an application and sit in front of the banker. And regardless of what, you might actually even make more than the banker does. But because he or she's got the suit on and they've got the desk and the title and the name behind them, it's a bit intimidating, right? Yeah. So most people, unfortunately, even if they are sitting on a 700 plus score, they never go there. They never try because they are afraid. They're afraid of rejection, which is that apprehension that comes into all of us. But the other thing is, besides not wanting to potentially be rejected, is they don't have a plan. They don't have any idea what they would do. Oh, I would start a baking company. Okay, so if you had the money, what are the steps that you would take to get that done? If there is no plan, I assure you, I've had enough clients over the years that, oh my gosh, I can share one story with you. Yeah. I had a woman, she was a psychiatrist, very, very talented, very, very capable, PhDs all over the place. But she had very poor scores. She'd come to me in order to get a loan. Yeah. But she had a 582 credit score, which was good enough to buy the house, but it'd be very, very expensive in terms of the loan. So she realized she had to wait, kind of clean up some things on her credit and so forth. And she did. She got her credit up into the 620s because at the time, 620 was the baseline that you needed in order to qualify for the loan. But when she got the 620, she came to my office and, when we finished filling out the application, everything was good. I went downstairs, walked her downstairs, and I saw that she stepped into her brand new car. At the time, it was a Mercedes E500, all decked out. And I said, "This is your car?" She said, "Yeah, I just bought it this week." So it didn't show up in the credit pull that I did. Yeah. But that credit pull just showed that she now had an $1,100 a month payment she added on to it. All right? You want to hear the interest rate? 22%. That was the factoring. And I asked her, "Why would you have done that?" She says, "Because I've worked hard and I deserve it." I said, "But you said you wanted to start your own practice and do all these other things. What happened there?"
The mindset.
People forget. Again, if you don't have a plan, you're going to end up doing silly things.
I mean, what do you guys think about someone going to a bank, or just speaking about the larger banks versus, and you mentioned earlier, the regional banks, in terms of going there for loans?
Smaller banks.
Credit unions. It's always going to be easier.
Why?
Yeah.
They're relationship based. They don't have the huge depository accounts, and they actually still make money lending money. Mm-hmm. These other banks, they make more money on fees than loans. It seems like and investments.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for someone looking to get a loan, it makes a lot more sense for them to go to a regional bank, credit union, versus a large bank.
Sure.
Because a lot of times people will say, I'm not going to mention any banks, but the bank may have a similar color to my shirt, right? They've been banking with them for years, and then they'll go to that same bank to get a mortgage and get smacked upside the face.
Yeah, they'll get rejected in a heartbeat.
Right? And they're like, "Man, I've been banking here for 15 years."
You know what it is? Like, banking is like a bad relationship sometimes. Like, if you're so used to, like, if you're with a company, like a mate that's like just beating you and smacking you and always rejecting you, like, these other banks, they cater to you. Like, I get calls from the branch manager, "Hey, I'm just checking to make sure we're doing our part with our relationship with you." Like, that's the type of stuff that you want to. Hey, we want to see how's everything working with your business? Do you need some capital?
Right.
How about getting that call?
That's where they're calling. That's the main reason they're calling. We want to know if you need more money.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because that's how they make money.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, imagine those calls. So, like, it's very important that you establish relationships with multiple banks. Like, that's extremely important.
Well, the other side is those calls with the bigger banks do happen, but that's only with the people that have the much larger
bigger money.
deposits,
Yeah,
right?
They
get those phone calls, no question.
Full disclosure.
But you're right, and there you go, But the reality is that the smaller banks recognize, especially if you do have a business, that they see you as the entrepreneur, as the owner of the company working towards it. They want to support that because they understand that relationship is going to go a whole lot further than you can with whatever larger bank you've been working with. And as a reality, even with what G said, if you've been banking with a bank for 15 years and you never got a phone call or they never gave you a perk of some sort, not even a little, radio or whatever,
10-year
knick-knack, right, whatever.
Yeah.
If there's nothing there, then you have to evaluate whether that relationship is actually worthwhile having anymore.
Or if it's a relationship in the first place.
Or if it's a relationship at all, right? It's one-sided for sure.
You're dating someone that's not dating
Right,
you.
there you go. Why won't you pay attention to me? That type of thing.
But people are so used to like the structure with bank. Like banks is like so formal and structured. They're like, this is what it is. This is how it goes. And we have these preconceived notions. And to a lot of those people, I say, have you ever walked into a bank and asked for a loan? Not necessarily the big banks, and have you ever tried some of the strategies that we're talking about? Because I'm here to tell you, I went from the the reject room to the the conference room. Now they want to have a conversation with me.
Right, you're the person that they ask, would you like a cup of coffee or some water?
Yeah.
From the couch to the castle.
There you go.
Yeah, not with all banks.
Just standing on one.
Chase, Bank of America will still kick me out, but that's I'm coming.